the cerebral palsy classes, like how I'm feeling might be different than what Ryan is experiencing. Um, and so, yeah, I think a lot of it is just like being able to speak up when, because you know your body the best, and nobody is going to tell you what you're feeling, and nobody knows what you're feeling unless so a coach might think, okay, like this is a good volume and intensity for this practice or for this part of the season. And you're like, no, I cannot, like my body can't handle that. And I think, yeah, that's the biggest thing, because as much as you might think, or as much as you like, it can be frustrating. You're like, why don't you know this? It's like they don't live with it. It's like they can do so much research, they can do so much reading, they can do so much learning, but they're not actually living with the disability that you have. um, I
Well,
think that's a big.
yeah, I think that's really insightful, and thank you for sharing. I mean, I think that gives kind of a really interesting insight. So even though there are these classifications, right,
Hmm.
still
Hmm.
within, so you're T37?
Hmm.
Yeah. So even within the 37s, you're all individuals and you're all experiencing CP in different ways, right?
Right.
And so therefore, adjustments have to be made. Like there's almost like another level of athlete adjustment that has to be made. And as I'm hearing you and some of the other athletes, right? So that becomes both. You're almost like half coach with Coach Mac in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, man, that's hard. Like, it's really about like a full team working together, because then even I'm thinking about now, like in the weight room, like there's definitely a muscle deficiency on my left side, and there's a lot of adaptations that have to be made. And so luckily, I work with the Goose, and he's very good at that, and he's good at doing it right on the spot. I'm like, my feet are unlevel, and he's like, okay, let me grab this block and put it under there. Or,
Mm.
oh, like, and so, yeah, as far as like being an athlete, like you have to understand even like the strength aspect of it too. And the thing about Paralympics is everybody, just like anybody is, any able-bodied person or person with disability, like everybody is going to be a little bit different. And that's
Yeah.
the unique and I guess beautiful thing about the Paralympics, is that even though they have done their due diligence and getting people in the respective class against the people with their same exact type of disability, you made a good point of like everybody's still going to be a little bit